In this video, I explain what the friend zone is, how to avoid the friend zone, and how to get out of the friend zone. When a girl decides that you're her friend, you're no longer a dating option. You become this complete non-sexual entity in her eyes, like a brother or a lamp. Asking a girl out to get the, "Oh, I only see you as a friend," or "let's just be friends," is the worst. You feel betrayed. You feel used. Why? Because in your mind, you put in all of that effort, all of that time, all of that work, and it didn't pay off in the end. You feel defeated, hopeless, and betrayed. The woman you like doesn't like you back in the same way. The dream is dying, and your dignity along with it, because you choose to remain friends with her. You're telling yourself that you just need to do the right combination of things to win her over. Then, after she rejects you, the nice guy, she dates douchebags, all the while complaining to you, "Why can't all guys just be like you?" Women who friend-zone men tend to treat them all in a similar way. Here is a list to check if she's treating you like a friend. She comes to you with her problems. She shares all her dirty secrets with you. She tells you about her crushes. She has no reaction to you being interested in other people. Physical contact has gotten weird. Her wish becomes a command to you. She behaves rarely comfortable around you. You have shared a bed together. She might even change her clothes around you. You're always the last resort, never the first pick. She asks you to go shopping. She only agrees to see you in public. She keeps inviting you to group events. She compliments you, but in a patronizing way. She offers to be your wing woman. She's always busy when you propose a date. You mostly interact with her from afar. She asks you to help her meet other men. She introduces you to women you are not attracted to. She cries to you about how bad her man is. She says she likes you as a friend or brother. She asks you why she never meets men like you. She finds the idea of anything sexual with you to be cute. The friend zone is very, very misunderstood. It isn't something that the girl does to you, but rather something you do to yourself. You sell yourself as a boyfriend or lover before you've established chemistry and attraction with the woman. Like putting the cart before the horse, you create something completely dysfunctional. The order that things are done in the courtship process is very important to women. The order is attraction, comfort, seduction. Attraction is about conveying positive behavioral qualities whilst simultaneously being unaffected by what other people think about you. Comfort is about sharing stories about your life and getting to know each other, moving from friendly to intimate with each other while developing feelings that it's getting sexual. And seduction is where you escalate physical intimacy. You are in the friend zone because you put comfort before attraction. If you put comfort before attraction, you are sexually non-threatening. She's going to need to feel that tension if there's ever going to be a chance for things to get sexual. Awkwardness is sexual tension, and the man needs to sit in it and laugh it off like it's no big deal. She needs to know that you're confident and uninhibited about yourself and your sexuality up front, like a launch pad for the interaction. Friendships can develop into relationships if the man is displaying attractive behavior first, then move from comfort to seduction. When you are in the friend zone, you have a hard road ahead of you because you have to change her mind about you. You need to change your core beliefs and change yourself into the kind of man that women want. The friend-zoned have likely gotten themselves into this situation by trying to be what they think the other party wants. Changing yourself like a chameleon to meet her needs instead of being comfortable being yourself around women. These chameleon men try to collect social points to be cashed in later for a relationship or sex. Recap. The order things are done in the seduction process is important. The order is attraction, comfort, and seduction. Collecting nice guy points won't get you into a relationship or laid. The only way to get yourself out of the friend zone is to permanently change yourself. Men who have modeled their personality and behavior on what they've seen in movies, what their parents think, are trying to be the kind, nice, soft-spoken, humble, dependable underdog. Guys who get friend-zoned do the following. They have a hidden agenda about sex. They can have a negative view about male sexuality, are indirect about his needs, wants, and desires, are passive-aggressive with others, have weak boundaries or no boundaries with women and others, are not honest, are not genuinely nice, but rather being nice to advance his agenda, avoid conflict, seek approval from others, having difficulty making his needs a priority. All of these are a consequence of some deep fears, conscious or subconscious. When men sell themselves in the dating market as a great boyfriend or nice guy, they are inadvertently advertising themselves as low value. Crudely speaking, they're saying, I'm 100% free. I'll do anything to be with you. Or even worse, I will pay to be with you. Women are not attracted to this because it appears desperate and makes the man appear low value. Most men adopt this behavior, so it appears common. It's also because women want what they believe they cannot have. This is called scarcity. So men who sell themselves as super available are just not that interesting to women. You double the damage if you offer to pay for everything. This translates into, I know I'm not good enough the way I am, so I must buy you and your affection. This again lowers your value in her eyes. The reason this video focuses on personal development and changing yourself into the kind of man women want is because women know how you feel when you talk to them and evaluate you first and foremost on that. If you feel nervous, they can tell right away. So changing your limiting beliefs and negative emotions about sex, dating, and relationships will transform her view of you permanently. Recap. Being too available to women makes you appear desperate and common. This is unattractive to women. Offering to pay for everything is saying, I have no value except my money. Women can tell how you feel, so you can't fake your interactions. You need base level change. Note, women are attracted to an attitude of abundance and qualities that make you rare. Many men are shy and insecure and pretend that they're not interested in sex. They believe that their sexuality is bad or wrong. They believe that being honest about one's sexual needs will result in rejection. What these men don't know, because they haven't tried it, is that being confident enough to be honest is what women are really looking for in a man. Women are attracted to men who are confident enough to talk about sex, because those men are not trying to deceive her. So women let their guard down around men who communicate in this way, because she does not have to worry that he's a sexual deviant or that she's going to get murdered in his basement. Women prefer an out-of-the-closet pervert.
What does that mean?
That's like you're a man slut.
Hold on a minute. That's pejorative. There's an award named after you.
There is actually.
Serial Shagger. The Russell Brand Serial Shagger Award.
Yes, that is actually true, but that's on the basis of an incident that happened in a supermarket aisle with me and some Frosties.
Okay, so you're not a shagger at all?
Well, I've shagged cereal. Honey Monster, he got some. That chicken on the front of the cornflake box, I messed him up pretty bad. Snap, Crackle and Pop, I wanked, diddled and fucked all three of those guys. And frankly, Cocoa Pops, the milk goes chocolatey for a number of reasons.
Recap. Negative sexual beliefs are picked up by women. Develop honesty about your feelings about sex and sexual topics. Passive versus active role. To escape the friend zone, men need to get out of the passive role they are in the seduction process. They wait for her to select them because they have fears about not being good enough the way they are. So they place her on a pedestal. If you want more information about feelings of inferiority or putting women on a pedestal, click here. Being selected is a feminine trait that has been around for millions of years. When men display this trait, they are seen as less attractive. When we model the behavior of our caveman ancestors, something very interesting occurs. Savage, efficient killers were loved and adored by the tribe. These men were fearless and braved the dangerous world all the time. They were also the caretakers of the women, the children, and the elderly. This is the biological expectation of ancient and modern women. This is because men and women's biology has not changed since then. Evolution is a slow process that takes 1 million years for a species-wide trait to become commonplace in our genome. So women are attracted to confidence because it shows a lack of fear, which women are still selecting for. So women are attracted to men who display that they're not afraid. So waiting for a girl to make the first move is unattractive. So men who take the lead and approach women, even if they get rejected, are still considered more attractive. Other women will see his approaching as a sign of confidence. For a man who takes the lead in interactions with women, the friend zone does not exist. He is not scared to tell women what he wants, and therefore refuses to be put into the friend zone. Recap. Don't wait to be selected by women. They find it unattractive. Women have an unconscious expectation to find a man who is not scared. Take an active role in pursuing women. Attraction has an expiration date. So handsome men can trigger attraction with their looks. But if they start acting needy, insecure, or afraid, she will start losing attraction for him very fast. When meeting a woman for the first time, you can counteract being needy, insecure, or afraid by demonstrating confidence in your behavior. And escaping the friend zone is done in the same way. You add confidence to your behavior by not putting women on a pedestal. You call a woman out for her bad behavior, her lies, and her nonsense. This only works when you do it in a fun and challenging way. Your message is one of not showing a serious or respectful attitude. It's like when you call your friends out for saying something silly or stupid, and you kind of call them out in a fun or light-hearted, sort of mocking kind of way.
A different person. Now, some people would probably argue that I'm still a little bit of a nuisance, but compared to what I was, yeah, well, I was a real
So you might
pest.
get help, but it just doesn't stop you being irritating.
I don't know about that, my darling. I think people can be irritating with or without drugs. You are a wonderful demonstration of that. but like,
A big mistake men make when trying to figure out how to get out of the friend zone is being cocky or rude. A lot of guys think that if being nice is the problem, then they should go in the opposite direction and act like a jerk. Being cocky and funny simultaneously is the best way to communicate this without coming across as an asshole. So here are some examples of mixing both cocky and funny together. You're either the coolest girl I've met in a long time, or you're a total weirdo. I can't tell. You're so adorable. You're like a little puppy. Wait, are you housebroken? Getting out of the friend zone requires more than just being cocky and funny. And here are some of the ways that you can do that. Be unpredictable. Use positive and negative emotions, like a roller coaster ride of ups and downs. She needs to feel many different things when she's with you, not only positive. Another thing to do is to stop being jealous of other men. Stop measuring their success against yours. Women will test you for this by talking about other men and seeing how reactive you are. When you react to her jealousy tests, you make the other guy look better and you make yourself look worse. If you make the other guy look good, you prove to her that you're not afraid of losing her. This is positive because you are trying to make her question her position with you. Here are some examples of this. Damn, that is a good-looking guy. Even I'd fuck him for the street cred. Damn, he's a good-looking guy. He makes me question my sexuality. Oh my god, that is a big dick. We should all ask him to take us on a canoe ride down the Serengeti. Don't be sexually judgmental. Don't ever let women hear you talk or criticize another woman's sexuality unless it's a joke. Don't slut shame or be disgusted by her one-night stand or drunken flirting. This signals that you are a negative, judgmental person who secretly judges her, her decisions, her friends, and her family. This shows the inner workings of a toxic mind. A person who is constantly negative misses opportunities because they spend all of their time judging and not taking action. Optimistic people are always looking for opportunities and jump on them without any fear. This is what she is subconsciously looking for. When a man negatively judges a woman's sexuality, she falls down the social hierarchy if anyone else sees it. This is a woman's worst nightmare because her self-worth and her position in the social hierarchy are intimately linked. When a woman walks into a room filled with other women, she will immediately assess her position in the social hierarchy within that group. How cute or beautiful she is, or her social status, will be measured against everyone else within that group. When you overtly judge her sexuality in front of other women, the other women will judge her and she will fall within the group's social hierarchy. Women hate this and will do almost anything to avoid it. Recap: being judgmental displays a negative mindset. Being judgmental about women and their sexuality is unattractive. Judging a woman's sexuality lowers her social value. Let's just be friends should come out of your mouth. This is a form of reverse psychology, and it doesn't matter if you have already been friend-zoned. This will plant the idea seed that will grow from curiosity about your mindset change into questions about why you chose to do this. This creates mystery and intrigue about you, whilst also making her feel insecure about her position as an attractive woman. Attractive women have ego about being cute, and when you downgrade your relationship status from chasing her to not wanting her, she wonders why. She may blow it off or act cool, but the seed has been planted. The next step is freezing her out. 1 to 2 weeks reinforces the idea that you've friend-zoned her. If she texts you, keep your replies short, 1 to 2 words if possible. Don't make any effort to keep the conversation going. If possible, you can also follow this up on social media by posting pictures of you having fun with other women. The point of this is creating jealousy. She was using jealousy to keep you hanging around. She did this by mentioning guys or her other sexual exploits. This made you work even harder for her affection. This means you should go out and talk to other girls and make friends with other girls. Try go on dates or meet women in almost any kind of social situation. Even get a girlfriend at this point. If she sees you with other women and those women are laughing at your jokes and enjoying your company, this is going to activate jealousy, and nothing works better. If women can use jealousy as a tool for interpersonal relationships, then so can you. Change your communication style with her by saying things like, "What's up, dude? Hey, bro. Hey, man. Hey, little sis. I'm adopting you as my little sister." Ask her to do things for you. Start small with something like asking her to send a photograph to a friend or calling someone about a party. You can slowly ramp this up till you're getting her to organize an event or a trip to a bar or a social event. Remember, the point of this is not to overdo it. It's supposed to be subtle. Recap. Friendzone her to generate confusion about the current state of the relationship that you guys are in. Use jealousy to broadcast change in the relationship. Use friendship-style language to reinforce the shift in the relationship. Ask her to do little favors for you, like a friend, to reinforce the friendship change. Reclaim your life by becoming someone to be proud of. I mean, the whole point of dating is to find someone who likes you for you. You will never be able to do that if you are not happy in your life and proud of the person that you are becoming. Prioritize your positive emotions above everything else in your life. Being proud of who you are is really one of the most attractive qualities that a man can possess. It communicates that you believe in yourself, you're happy with your life, and you're good enough the way that you are. That shouts confidence and strength to any potential partner. So you might not feel that way right now, but working towards your ultimate self every day will make you feel that you're going to be. Working towards this will also bring you confidence. In choosing yourself first, you must not hesitate because it wastes your time. Never be scared to make the first move out of fear of rejection. When you get rejected up front, you can make a note of it and go back to it later and try and figure out what went wrong. This is part of the experience of getting good with women, and none of us can escape it. Choosing yourself first also means leading the interactions. One of the fastest ways to be put into the friend zone is to voluntarily let the woman lead you. This means letting her make all the plans, letting her choose what you should do, where you should go, or what movie you should watch. Being afraid of making decisions comes from a fear of a negative outcome. This is called outcome dependence. If you want to know more about outcome dependence, click here. Recap. Develop self-respect by working towards the best version of yourself possible. Do things to improve yourself to gain confidence. Don't hesitate to make the first move. Lead the interactions with women. If you're having emotional difficulties or a lot of drama in your life, talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to a therapist. But don't go to a woman and present all of your emotional problems to her. Women like men who deal with problems and face them head on. Complaining about your problems shows a negative mindset and a fear to face life's difficulties. Remember our caveman ancestors? They dealt with the fear of getting eaten alive every day. You can face your modern problems with a little dignity. There are many ways that you can share a deeper connection with a woman that does not include crying on her shoulder. Ask her how to deal with a particular person's emotional responses to you. For example, in a committed, intimate relationship, you share a wider range of emotion, but crying on her shoulder is still seen as very insecure by many women. And if she is intent on trying to find out what the problem is, you just tell her that you have a problem and that you are working on it. Lots of men make the mistake of asking their sister, their mother, or some other woman in their life for relationship advice. Other men take it one step further by actually asking the women they're interested in for relationship advice. They think that asking the woman they're interested in for advice, they're going to find out secretly what she's interested in, thereby discovering a way to have sex with the woman that they're interested in. This never works, guys. It's like going for a job interview, but then you ask the person interviewing you how to get the job. I have the utmost fondness, love, care, and compassion for women. But what they do terribly is give dating advice to men. They tell men logical things that they like. However, what they logically like is not necessarily what they emotionally respond to. Women logically say that they love puppies, but if you give them one, they might get upset because they don't want to take on that kind of responsibility. Women logically say they want a sweet, kind boy, but actually they're attracted to a guy who is socially intelligent enough, who also they have chemistry with, and he knows that he needs to push her against a wall right now for a very intense makeout. Recap: don't cry on her shoulder and tell her about all your emotional problems. Don't accept dating or relationship advice from women. Don't shower a woman with compliments. If you give a woman too many compliments, what you're doing is you're boosting her self-esteem in such a way as to convince her that she's too good for you. You show a woman that she's desirable by taking action. Using compliments is like throwing gasoline on a fire. A little goes a long way, but too much and you will burn yourself, her, and destroy the intimate surroundings. So here are the action steps to show her that she's desirable and sexy. Hug her, kiss her, hold her hand, stare deeply into her eyes. If a woman makes it clear that she has no romantic or sexual interest in you, walk away. Why? Because an empowered man with value and a sense of self-worth would have too much self-respect to allow himself to be waiting around for other people's approval and acceptance. If she can't see how amazing you are, then it's her loss. You have people to meet, you have things to do, you have a life, and you have value. Accepting the friend zone comes from a place of desperation and thinking that there's something wrong with you. It suggests that you're so desperate that you're willing to give up certain things just to be close to a woman. How you see and treat yourself communicates many things to women. Your ideas and beliefs are unconsciously communicated through your behavior and what you say. Having drive and ambition to change yourself into a better man is attractive to women. So even if you're starting this process, you can communicate these things to women and they will find it interesting, intriguing, and even attractive. Recap: don't give her too many compliments. Show her she's cute, fun, or attractive, by escalating physically. If she makes it super clear that she's not into you, find another woman. Most of what I've spoken about in this video is about how you think and what you do. But how you feel is equally important. So if you can get the feeling correct, that's everything. You can even say the wrong things and be successful. Sweet, kind men also have success. You don't have to be an alpha male in order to be successful. I know many guys who have had sisters, and while they were growing up, their sisters brought home all of these cute girls all the time. So these guys learned to be comfortable and feel natural around very attractive young women. So for them, interacting with cute girls was never a big deal for them. Focusing on feeling good and feeling comfortable with a woman is a skill that you must develop to improve your success in the long term. Men who never grew up around lots of beautiful young women lack the skill to be chilled and relaxed around women. So you must take it upon yourself to develop yourself to this point. Personal development can be a powerful attractor. Women prefer men who are working on themselves and who are striving to improve. Many women stay with a man who they feel is a work in progress just because they feel that he has positive momentum in his life. But answering the question of why you're afraid of women will set you on a path of self-discovery that will pay off big time. You will see that you have hidden fears and anxieties that are preventing you from being able to interact with women. Being honest and analyzing yourself is the only way to free yourself of all of these different issues. Learning how to attract women you like requires honesty. Honesty about the way that you feel and the freedom to express it. Self-improvement does not happen overnight, but taking small steps every day will get you closer to your goals and will give you confidence while you're doing it. Become the ultimate version of yourself, starting now.
Hey guys, if you like my content, like and subscribe. Or troll me. Whatever.
Whatever.